Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name's Emily. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. Welcome to Imperfectly Em, where we do things imperfectly but with passion. Not an official intro, but you know, I'm here, you're here. Let's jump into this video. Also, I have wig hairs flying all around me and they are distracting me. So, welcome to who I am as a person, as my friend Audra would say. Now, if you have not been here before, I recently did a video talking about the algorithm and kind of talking about creating and the kinds of things that viewers might have less control in than is portrayed to them. And I want today to talk about a part of like being a viewer that you have total control over. You cannot fix them. As a viewer, you cannot fix a creator. And I am going to dive into a couple of kind of perspectives or kind of examples of what I mean by this. But if you like colorful makeup, if you like bitches with lots of opinions, or you just like cute fat babes, I hope you will subscribe. You can't fix them, or I can't, or I can fix them. I can fix them. I can fix them is the whole like relationship. I call it a meme at this point. That like I truly don't believe in. I don't believe in. People cannot fix other people, especially if you are not a trained professional who was hired to do that. And I believe this to be the case when it comes to friendships, romantic relationships, work relationships, and I also think it's true when it comes to these parasocial relationships that we have. I have just seen over and over and over and over and over and over again how people will take the way a creator, a person, a human has changed as like this personal challenge to stop that and to fix that and to get this creator back to how they used to be. The thing with parasocial relationships and the thing with this whole social media thing is like, that's kind of the point. It's kind of the point to feel such a connection to a person and feel like you know them so well that like when they change, because it's not if they change, because we as humans are constantly changing. When they change, we can feel attacked and like, wait, that's not the Emily that I know. Where did they go? And the reality is that you know people as much as they have presented themselves to you. This is all edited. This is all decision. These are all decisions that we make. I'm laughing because I may or may not have included the bad take that's in trying to say decision. But these are all decisions we make of how we are presenting ourselves. And it's not purely just when you are somebody who creates on the internet. Like I think that in general, a person on the internet, whether you have Instagram, Twitter, or whatever platform, you are editing yourself and what you're showing. But I do think that in this bigger social media, YouTube kind of space, it is our job. That is what we're supposed to do in a lot of ways. And so that connection can make it really feel like this person that you know, that's your friend, that's your confidant, has changed, and it can be hard to handle. I feel that. I absolutely feel that. But the thing that drives me up the walls is the way that people will stay with this creator. They will continue watching, subscribing, getting notifications, buying merch, following them on other platforms, supporting them on Patreon, doing all these things. That is putting literal dollars in these people's pockets. if you're watching somebody and let's say their content just starts changing, if you're like me, if somebody starts bringing in fitness or diet content, a lot of times I'm out. Or maybe they're doing more family stuff, or they're talking about a different kind of makeup that you're not as into, or they're talking about skincare more, or fragrance, or gaming, or crafting. They've just evolved their content. They're creating different things. Maybe they're still creating stuff that you like, but it's less often because they're doing other things. Or maybe they've stopped creating the kind of work that you like to see completely. You should unsubscribe, unfollow, turn off the notifications. It's okay. Because here's the thing, when content changes, when the stuff that people are creating changes, those were decisions made. Whether or not you believe in those decisions, whether or not you support those decisions, those were choices that were made on that creator's part. And so if you are not into it, and you see that they have consistently started making this kind of video over the last 6 months, and it's just really not for you, and it really like turns you off when you see it in your subscription box or in your feed, let them go. You cannot fix them. If you feel like their personality has shifted in their videos and they are less XYZ and they're more like this, or they talk about different things than they once talked about, or whatever it might be, if you think for some reason that they're magically shilling things, if you just feel a change that you don't like, that is not your situation to fix. Maybe their makeup style just naturally changed. Maybe they are talking about more mainstream makeup because they have more access to that. Or honestly, maybe they're talking about it because it does help pay their bills more. And they've had to make a decision that their finances need to be prioritized over what might be their enjoyment or a hobby like colorful makeup. You can disagree with the decisions, but it's not your place to try to change the decisions that they've made. And I know for myself, this tendency or this want to attach and fix and change, and you keep hoping that they go back to the content that they used to make, to me, that is more mentally detrimental than just letting them go and moving on. Because when I am constantly putting this hope and energy into, well, I'm going to stay subscribed because like maybe they'll start making videos that I'm more interested in. Every time a video of theirs shows up in my feed, that's not that. That's not the things I'm missing or hoping for. It hurts me more. It hurts me more than just being like, you know, I think I'm going to unsubscribe. And if I do get recommended a video of theirs and it does seem like a good fit for me to watch, then I'll watch. But I'm not going to stay committed in that way. And so a lot of this, both the less innocuous changes and things that feel more innocuous, all tie to like forums, Reddit and other forums. I believe those spaces exist not for creators, but for the people that want to talk about the topics at hand. And so if you want to use that space to complain about how a creator is more consumerist all of a sudden, or how they're this or how they're doing that, like that is your space to do that. But I don't think that you should be complaining in a way where you feel like you're going to make change. I think it's valid to voice concerns in the comment section of people's videos, but I don't think creators have to listen. I don't even think they have to keep those comments up. They can hide them, they can delete them, they can do whatever they want because it's their space to do so. But I think that there is a very big difference between just venting some complaints and voicing them because you want to change them, or you want to change the whole internet's feelings about that person. Just because you no longer like a creator doesn't mean everyone else needs to follow suit. I do think that like there are just so many times where I see that like someone's personality has evolved, someone's taste have changed, somebody finds a different focus or inspiration that inspires them more than makeup is currently. And I have to just realize that they are a human and that is their decision. And why they made that decision or those decisions is none of my business. And knowing why they made that decision doesn't change the fact that there is a change. So many people need to know like, oh, well, this person must have done that because they want to make more money or because this or that. Well, first of all, everyone wants to make more money. We all want more views. We want more follows. We want more clicks. All of that. But also, it doesn't really change the fact that they have made that decision. So many people have this desire to know why somebody behaves a certain way. And for me, I feel like your behavior tells me everything I need to know. And I don't say that in like a hateful way or in a positive way. It's just kind of neutral. Your behavior, your decisions tell me what I need to know. I'm no longer going to continue to like give views to videos and creations that don't actually do anything good for me. And like that is the biggest part of this to me. It's like people will stay committed to watching even when they are feeling such negative feelings. And this goes into the more innocuous continuing to follow and the I can fix them. And I definitely feel extra inspired to talk about this because of the return of a lot of terrible people to the platform. And maybe it's not just a return, but just there are creators who constantly are doing some shit, failed launches, questionable behavior with minors or proven bad behavior with minors, employing pedophiles or groomers or being one of those, being racist, misogynist, trans misogynist, like being just
I hated her so much.
Just all of a sudden I felt like Madeline Kahn and Clue.
It flames on the side of my face.
So there's that clip for you.
Heaving breath.
People will continue to follow those creators. And I feel like there's so often this energy, the I can fix them energy. And it is, to me, it is so toxic. If somebody has proven themselves to be a terrible person and you are still searching for the goodness in them because that is the person you thought you knew, that's a problem. That is a problem because what happens is that you continue to watch their videos. You leave comments which boost engagement. You follow. You often share these things in like a, I can't believe they did this kind of way. All of that engagement is good for them. It's pushing their success. Because if they're uploading a video that's, let's say, in collaboration with a makeup brand owner who is also an absolutely terrible piece of trash, and you're watching it because you need to know what happened, or even, as my friend Audra pointed out and has kind of changed my perspective a bit, even if you're watching commentary channels about those people, you are boosting their name. And I think you're putting money in their pockets. especially if you're hate watching, especially if you are still watching their videos, hoping to see what comes next and is it better. Look, if a creator has multiple launches that are failed, overpriced, full of hair, turns your skin green, and you're watching their newest video in hopes that the new thing that they're releasing is magically better and gonna fix all of the things they fucked up on in the past, the delusion is strong. The more you watch these people and quote tweet them, share things even out of, I can't believe they did that, you are feeding into those behaviors. You are not at fault for the behaviors of that person, but you are feeding into them and you are showing them that they make more money when they act a fool. They make more money, or they continue to make money, no matter how toxic they are, no matter how terrible they are, no matter who they work with, or especially if they work with another terrible person. You cannot fix them. It's okay. It's okay to move on from somebody. And I think that if you are a person that has realized that somebody that you have followed for many years is worse than you thought they were or than you understood them to be, you might need to hear this. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay that you supported them for many years, gave them money, followed them, whatever. It's okay for that to be true and for you to also move on. It's okay. You can still be the person with the history that you have, memories that you have, and also no longer interact or follow or be a fan of that person. I say this a lot. I feel like when I'm talking to friends about relationship stuff, a lot of people feel like, oh, well, if I break up with somebody, it's what does that mean for all of the history that we have? You still have your history. Your past is still your past. Those good memories, great memories, even the terrible memories are still there. You moving on from somebody, you letting something go, does not negate your history. I think that's true with creators. I think that we have to realize that you can look at a person and say, I really liked 2020 so-and-so. I really loved 2015 to 2019 so-and-so. Me at that time really loved that person. But right now, 2022 Emily does not like this person, does not connect with them, or is disappointed with them because of things I have found out, because of their behaviors and their actions, bad business practice, terrible, human traits, whatever it is. And I can let them go. And that doesn't change or tarnish who I am. But I'm also no longer trying to get this person to change that he didn't even really know. And I think the other part of it is that a lot of people, and this is another thing that I have talked with Audra about, and so I'm going to say, thank you, Audra, for this added perspective. I also think that it is very easy to use they're such a terrible person and I'm trying to fix them as an excuse to keep following them. Excuse meaning I don't think you actually believe that. And it is a facade to look good in the public. And the public can mean anything. It can mean in your Discord groups, on Reddit, on Twitter, within your own friend group. But you're using that as a way to be well, I'm trying to I want to see if they change. I want to see how they evolve. I want to blah, blah, blah. No, you like them. You don't want to be ostracized for liking them. But I think maybe you should stop lying about what you're trying to do for them and just own up to it or move on. Maybe. But I think a lot of people sit behind the lies of trying to fix these terrible people, when in reality, they're just fans. The more that you follow and watch people that you no longer vibe with or you actively dislike, the longer you are actually helping them exist in the world. The more you are actually encouraging them to keep doing what they're doing because they are seeing the financial benefits. They are reaping the benefits of their current behaviors. And those behaviors can just be personality shifts or content shifts, or those behaviors can be toxic, terrible, detrimental shit. But the behaviors of I can fix them and I'm going to keep following and watching and commenting and tweeting to make them a better person, that is a flawed concept. And the energy you are putting out in doing that is wasted, in my personal opinion. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe. Definitely leave me your comments in the comments section below. And just a reminder that like this all comes from me wanting the internet, the spaces that we kind of exist in online, to be a little less toxic and to be a little bit more I don't know, better? I don't know. Thank you so much to my patrons and my channel members for your support. That is another great way to just show me a little financial support. And I really appreciate everybody that is a member or just checks out that link or other links in the description box. Don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday. Bye, friends.